Chris Jericho accuses WWE of not respecting legends. NXT GM William Regal makes a monumental announcement next week. And WWE's Kayla Braxton comes out on social media. Hello everyone, Jose G here bringing you today's top stories in today's SK Wrestling News Roundup. Chris Jericho accuses WWE of not respecting two legends and current AEW stars. AEW star Chris Jericho was hit out of WWE for not respecting two legends of the pro wrestling business, Paul White and Sting. Jericho said that the two AEW stars were almost insulted during their runs in WWE. Paul White surprised everyone when he joined AEW last month after 2 decades with WWE. Sting, a WWE Hall of Famer, also surprised many by joining AEW in December last year. In a recent interview with Digital Spy, Chris Jericho compared WWE's treatment of their legends to AEW. He said that AEW tries to make legends look great, saying, quote, "These are guys that were kind of almost insulted in their WWE runs. Sting and White were definitely not treated with too much respect over the last few years. We treat our legends with respect. We don't make jokes out of them, and WWE is notorious for that. Whether it's Sting, Paul White, Tully Blanchard, Arn Anderson, Jake Roberts, Dustin Rhodes, throw in Chris Jericho. We know how to treat our legendary performers with respect and make them all look great and make them all worthy of being in AEW. Because if they aren't worthy of being in AEW, why would they be there?" End quote. Chris Jericho said that Paul White could add experience to the locker room and mentor some of the younger wrestlers in AEW. Paul White, formerly known as Big Show, will not only wrestle in AEW but also be a commentator for AEW's YouTube show AEW Elevation. On this past week's AEW Dynamite, he revealed that a Hall of Famer worthy wrestler will debut at AEW's Revolution show. Sting, meanwhile, will compete at Revolution where he will team up with Darby Allin to face Ricky Starks and Brian Cage in a tag team match. Bobby Lashley reveals the SmackDown Superstar that the Hurt Business wanted in their faction. Bobby Lashley has opened up about the Hurt Business and stated that they originally wanted SmackDown Superstar Apollo Crews to be part of the Raw faction. The Hurt Business was formed last year by MVP and Bobby Lashley, and they were later joined by Shelton Benjamin and Cedric Alexander. The faction has tasted a lot of success as Lashley has won the United States Championship and the WWE title, while Benjamin and Alexander are the current Raw Tag Team Champions. Speaking on the After the Bell podcast with Corey Graves, Bobby Lashley spoke about how the Hurt Business wanted former U.S. champion Apollo Crews to be part of the faction, saying, quote, "When I got in and had an opportunity to work with him, I said, Apollo's a cool dude, man. He's really cool dude. And what I was telling before, when he started the Hurt Business, he wanted Apollo first because I was like, Apollo, you need that, man. You're too pretty, you're too nice, we like you too much. You've got to be hated. You've got to have some grit. We've told Cedric, be as dirty as you can. And Cedric is dirty and Apollo needs that too, man." End quote. Bobby Lashley revealed the advice that he gave Apollo Crews and how he reassured Crews about his WWE future. He told Crews that he has the talent and that everyone in WWE respects him, so he should stick it in there. NXT GM William Regal to make a monumental announcement on next week's episode. NXT General Manager William Regal has revealed that he will be making a huge announcement on next week's show. He also said that his decision will be one that will change the entire landscape of the black and gold brand. The announcement comes on the back of the controversial finish of the WWE Women's Tag Team Championship match on this week's episode of NXT. The first ever winners of the NXT Women's Dusty Rhodes Tag Team Classic, Dakota Kai and Raquel Gonzalez, took on title holders Nia Jax and Shayna Baszler. However, owing to a miscommunication on the part of WWE official Adam Pearce, the champions were able to successfully retain their titles. This did not sit well with the NXT Universe or GM William Regal, who was seen arguing with Pearce during the show. He revealed to NXT backstage correspondent Mackenzie Mitchell and added that he will be making a big decision next week and that will shake things up on the brand. What does the NXT GM have planned for the black and gold brand? If the current reports are of any indication, it might have something to do with NXT reportedly moving to Tuesday nights following WrestleMania 37. Sonya Deville's thoughts on her in-ring return. Sonya Deville recently opened up on her potential return to an in-ring action within WWE. Deville said that she is a fighter first and foremost, though she has been enjoying her new role as a management figure on WWE TV. Sonya last wrestled at WWE SummerSlam 2020 against Mandy Rose. A no DQ match, loser leaves WWE stipulation was part of the bout. Sonya lost to Mandy on that show, and then a few months later, Deville returned to WWE on the first SmackDown episode of 2021. She has since played the role of assistant to WWE official Adam Pearce. Sonya Deville recently appeared as a guest on WWE's The Bump. The star was asked about her thoughts on an in-ring return in the future, saying, quote, "I don't know right now. I like rocking my suits, my three-piece suits every week, and calling the shots. I think being in charge is something that kind of comes natural to me. I think I'm a born leader. So I like this new role. But you know, I'm Sonya Deville, and I'm a fighter at the end of the day. Obviously, I love to get down and get dirty, and I like to kick ass. I'm sure everything will come full circle eventually." End quote. Sonya Deville is obviously enjoying her non-wrestling role on TV at the moment. However, she hasn't ruled out an in-ring return, which could happen at some point down the road. WWE's Kayla Braxton comes out as bisexual. WWE interviewer Kayla Braxton has come out on the world on Twitter today, revealing that she is bisexual. Throughout her tenure in WWE, Braxton has served several roles. Starting in 2016, she kicked off her career as a ring announcer, and for the most of her time with the company, she served as a backstage interviewer on Raw, SmackDown, and NXT. She's currently a co-host of The Bump, as well as the revived Talking Smack. Braxton has served as a great personality for the company throughout the years and has garnered quite a loyal fan base. Kayla Braxton revealed to her followers on Twitter that she has decided about her identity for her whole life. She mentioned it that had dated all the way back to her time in school and standardized testing, and asked what race she was, saying, quote, "My whole life, I've had to choose. Are you black? Are you white? Which bubble do you fill in on the SATs? I always filled in other because nothing applied to me. Tonight, I choose to be over having to choose. Hello world, I'm Kayla. Oh, and yeah, I'm bi." End quote. Fans and peers have congratulated Braxton on her announcement. It's wonderful to see the outpouring of emotion and support she's received in such a short time since the revelation. Thanks for watching today's SK Wrestling News Roundup. For more news stories, be sure to follow us on all social media. If you like this video, give us a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button. Download the Sportskeeda app for the most up-to-date stories in the world of wrestling.